Hey guys, I have some Seint makeup brushes that I wanted to share with you guys as part of this weekend's party. So I have a bunch to share with you. There's also some listed on the website, and I'm kind of gonna go from fluffy and soft all the way down to more dense and stiff. So this is one of my favorite brushes. It's called the Blush+Bronzer Brush. If you watched my Cheetah hack earlier this week, you probably saw me use this a bunch. It's really great, obviously, to apply bronzer and blush. But what I love most about this brush is actually the big fluffy end. I use it at the end of applying all of my makeup every day. I just use it to blend everything in at the end. And I also use it to apply setting powder. And then this end, of course, I use all the time for my bronzer. And this brush actually comes in a bundle with the Bella bronzer. So if you buy the two together in a bundle, it's $10 cheaper, which is great. It's always one of my top recommendations. Next is the blend brush. This, you can see, it's quite a bit of color there, but I use this one, this end, to apply my cheek color. It's really nice. It applies the makeup in a nice, smooth, light way, and allows you to really blend it in, so there's no like harsh lines of blush after application. And then this end is great. I mean, I use it a lot for like under eye, brightening highlight. You could also use it as like a fluffy eyeshadow brush if you wanted to. This is actually the first brush I ever bought. When I first tried the makeup, I ended up getting this and using it for the blush, obviously, and then I used this end for my highlight, and then soon bought the Blush+Bronzer brush because they go so nicely together. Next is called the Detail brush, and if you see, this one's actually, it has a straight edge. You can see that. So it's really great for applying contour because it kind of gives you that nice line and it blends everything really nicely. This end is like a domed, soft end as well. Again, you can use it for under eye. You could use it for more detailed placement of highlighter. So if you wanted to do some color correcting, or if you wanted to kind of touch up any blemishes, this is a nice brush for that. But this is a good one, especially for contour. Next up is the 3D foundation brush. This is like a staple for the Seint brush line. It has this really great domed end, so you can really get in there, contour. You could really use this brush for everything. You can apply your detailed highlight with this end, and then this end is a little fuller and fluffier, again for blending. It's kind of similar to the end of the Blush+Bronzer brush, little smaller, but comparable. I just had someone ask about ordering the 3D brush along with this one, and I said because these two ends are so similar, I recommended her going with the buff brush. I love this one. The bristles are more dense and stiff, so it's great for contour. It's great for highlight. This end's a little bigger, so you can do blending with this, but this is the brush that's going to give you the fullest amount of coverage with the highlight colors. So this is a good one to have in your arsenal if you have fluffy brushes. This is a good one to go with it. And then last, I have just the eyeshadow brush. It's so soft and fluffy. I use it all the time for, obviously, eyeshadow. And then this end, if you can see, it's a little more dense. I actually put the cream eyeshadow on this end and use it as an eyeliner brush. Big fan of this one as well. The last brush I have to share is actually, this is not Seint brand, but I think it's a really important one to have because I use this end to fill in my eyebrows, and it's amazing the difference in your face. When you fill in your eyebrows, it really frames everything, and it just makes your eyes pop. So I always tell people you can use your contour color. It's typically a perfect match for your eyebrows because the contour is what matches your skin tone, which should then match your eyes. So yeah, I use that every day to fill in my eyebrows. And then of course the spoolie end is great for like if you get mascara on your skin up here, if you just touch it quickly, this will take it away. And then of course brushing your eyelashes. So I think this is a brush that I got at Target, but definitely a good one to have in your bag. Those are all the brushes that I have. Again, kind of going from the soft, fluffy, lighter, natural coverage brushes to the more dense, fuller coverage brushes. All are good choices. I don't know what makes these brushes so soft. It's kind of crazy. They're very soft, but they feel almost silky. I had been using, here it is, just an It Cosmetic, which is a great brand. I use their products still, but I had been using that foundation brush that I had before I got some of these other brushes, and it's nice and it's soft, but for some reason it just doesn't feel as silky as the Seint brushes. I don't know what they do to these things, but they're awesome. When I put the makeup on my mom for the first time, she also, as soon as I touched her face, she was like, wow, that's so soft. The last thing I was gonna share is the brush cleaner. It used to be called Houdini, but I think it's just now called brush cleaner. It's awesome because it disinfects, which I think is really important, especially right now. And your brushes will be dry automatically. It does have alcohol in it, and you'll smell that when you spray it. It also has some really nice vanilla fragrance in it, but essentially I just spray it on a paper towel or a wash rag, whatever you want to do, and then rub your brush around. Clean, done, dry, can use it right away. It's crazy. Yeah, so this is another good one to have. I clean my brushes about once a week. If you watch my cheetah hack, you know that moving, the brushes don't really pick up much makeup when you're using it, so you don't need to clean them super frequently. I happen to be using a darker cheek color with this brush earlier today, so probably did need a little bit of a cleaning, but yeah, I do that about once a week, and I love it, like I said, because it disinfects, and also because they are ready to use right after you clean them. Like I've done it before where I've mixed the Dawn dish soap, that kind of brush cleanser that you can find on Pinterest, which works great, but your brushes are wet for a good bit of time, at least overnight. So this, I don't know how they do it, but automatically dries and disinfects and smells great. So if you take a look at the brushes online and have any questions, definitely let me know. If there's a certain effect that you're going for, if you want lighter coverage, if you want heavier coverage, just let me know and I can definitely make recommendations for you. So thanks guys.